Abusia Richard ni Quaye. Munim say apart from say woye investor na oye billionaire no. Munim say wasanso eye boxer eka ho. Wabɔ ne yire ne ma video bi a abeto internet ne so no abusia ese wani na mesramu yedi ehyiamu mu a ye behwe sa video yi ene de etwa gu a efa ho a me no kase ne yire no a release kire se emu nkrata ede aba abonten. Yes, after say kire se ni kuni anase ne ex-husband Richard ni Quaye woni delay ekoye interview ebru nsem so how an yire no na we see no ye useless you said ye how wa no for akosi hin ene ho ade no ne yire no so ede kire se enoma aba abonten abusuya Richard ni Quaye prove say wonye bilonia nkwana emmom wosan so ade ewo boxing ene wrestle emu na abusuya dwumade 3 in 1 say nsem binom ekomode hu na ye ba behwe ewo sa show yi so before say be call wo mudie ni mudip no yentie yensi stadium wode ma yen embra quick
dum so na ekoso wo Ghana ha say no se wotie emra na ye papa captain smart ka wo TV so or ya accountability say dey e wo TV so no o kan say the entire na MPP for to me gina I don't know so no kind dia sorry enyo no kind fa cha me o kan say satan MPP for what power no the entire na light ni to me gina so 247 say omukọ ball like no your friend say na sen komo face ne ma no omukọ gi your friend say sika bi no mo de be hye ne ma ni ye papa mahama boka ni bigum bobigum we na nya wona wo betua boka ni bigum adibu boka no MPP for buy no so mutime boka gum na yedi nya light boka ni gum impen for like no crepo adibu ha mitinu se mo da ye me kai forest bi me na ekira osusu na omka chenso omo de to wa man chirimba me na benyini be wo me maame omo so omo de to wa man chirimba me so ma benyini still sa pono sa your friends a forest no muntimi njaya me yemfa anye bibi anytime be ye de to wa man chirimba ntimi nim sa generation omo de at the corner sa forest no to wa ma sa generation
omo de to kwa ma untumi mu type mo what ase untumi mu nchirima wohu omo nchirima ebeba no a o betime nya wokuduru sense ase no aye chesese ahwe ntumi kwasempa no sisi on na mo free ena ndisi fo jimisa ankwase ade sa what ase jimisa sisi amahama ase wa forget bibia na chese busia omo nyina what ase ena untumi o enti winu forest no de said ye mekan ye na omo de to kwa ma nchirima bitse untumi mo na chese wohu wende mo abeye sa na chese sa pepepe abusia ye ntoa so
It's Mr. Bobigum, Boka, a crime, me women, almost me do my light by heart, because almost I think so over 24 years. I feel NBC, and your seats will chrome her. Now, what day, Ubedum lights. Taha and Pinaka said, oh, yeah, dear. Because 24 years, in the first time your friend said, I think, say, this is the time MPP, NDC about your friend said, power was a day. Hey, that's Ramon Caningum, NDC, yes, Ramon. Boka ni bigum bobigum ni yenya lights cost of umpo na misumo
abusia boka ni bigum because ade obi aye amayenya light no ba ya se wo de na de ndie enso abusia we nyina no eka wo se omobo ma kire se ade bi e benefit omo na de omo abobo wo de me mfa wo nko akiri hwe ni Ibrahim ba mahama ni company ade bi e wo se wo timi nya ma ni bibi akoso ma ni ye bibi akoso what I say but the Ghana as a country Ghana na kire se wo hu ye nyina yetimu no de Ghana ni bibi ankoso e na kire se tembi ade abusia yen free yen ya be die so na mesremo yen tinsem awa Richard ni Quaye akache senche na achese oni delay eye interview bia ene interview numu na enya agro achese busi according to Ghana for binum kra no almost interview ni de omu hwemu a eye ade se Richard ni Quaye ato eye le wato eye delay and I just say we interview no because omo hunu interview no busi se Ghana for binum so omo hunu so no Richard ni Quaye yire no lawyers yes actually sabusia onu an de nsem ahye wo mo ano ama cheso mo ba bontin omo de nsem aba bontin concerning delay and Richard ni Quaye wo mo interview na wo mo eye no na before no na afia nigga abe post to video ya ewo me screen you see actually say Richard ni Quaye Nigeria, yes. Actually, say nanwa hono ene wohwe nanem nature say ehon koro ne ba abusuan enya sam ketwa kora after so abe posti actually say otro konum say so what's happened to Joanne's mouth? Yes, but yehwe odua na ewo you can't say video yi mono yentie odua na ewo mombra.
Did you beat your wife? I can't even beat my children. Not to even beat my wife. I have never beaten my wife before. Okay. And I've seen the video that has been circulating that talks about me beating a wife. You see, like I said, there's a clear agenda on me. And so I don't know where they got that video from. And you see, in today's world, people can even do a makeup that will look like somebody has been beaten. That is one. Secondly, she could have gone to do something somewhere with somebody and she may have a swollen face and she can use it as a video, because you see in that purported video that I saw people believing in it that
abusian eyasemu according to Richard ni Quaye natural say makeups enye makeups nso there any natural say wakoni ba bi na che say wo mo akobono na say as oyere nature say ho no ma de akoba bi na akobono kra wo say wo hunu ba bi okoye ne reason ti omokobo no na che say wo kan watimi aka na onfa nkofa se bia be ye makeups anye makeups nso be ye woni share se de Richard ni Quaye abusia yanto aso ne yere no e de krata bi aba abonten a wode kire ensemu about you can say interview ensemu na wo hwe ye krata ne so a omo say dummy and partners legal practitioners and consultants. According to just say Nijuma kwa no mo edi adwuma no anase ne law firm a woni wo mo edi nkita ho mo de sakrati about abontene na mepamche yenkan emunsem na wo say to all media houses press release allegations by Richard ni Quaye in an interview by Delores from Pom Manson aka Delay and at a more address date in bibia negotiation wo hwe emunsem na yenkan the fast here. I must say the attention of the firm of Mercers, that is Dummy and Partners, has been drawn to a media interview granted by Mr. Richard ni Quaye to a broadcaster, Delores from Pom Manson, also known as Delay, on her show dubbed The Delay Show, featured on a number of television stations in Ghana and widely circulated on the World Wide Web. We hold the instructions of our client Joanna Quaye to react as follows. 1. We know that the said interview was granted by Richard ni Quaye during the pendency of an appeal filed against the final orders of the High Court, that is Accra, dated 20th January 2026. In substantially on in the interview, Mr. Quaye made allegations which are all substantially untrue relating to certain matters in contention between the parties to proceeding actively pending before the court. Yes, actively pending before the court. Abusian yansha de Quaye. Abusian relating to certain matters in sentencing between the parties to proceedings actively pending before the court of appeal. The allegations also unfairly castigated the reputation and integrity of our client, that is Joanna Quaye. Whilst denying all the allegations made by Richard ni Quaye as untrue, we state that the fact of the marriage between the parties in 2010, soon after Richard ni Quaye's return from short stay in the United Kingdom in 2009. At that time, he was unemployed and had none of the properties he owns now. As a matter of public record of proceedings of the High Court, Accra, dated 13th March 2024, and cannot be changed by a self-serving ex post facto interview with delay. Inti omuchirimu interview ni mu de abrante ni kika ensem bebrebusuan omutiti bi film de bi eka ho a amusi I will say dodo na enye nokore what yes actually say odi gu eye omo client Joanna Quaye ehu fin what you say just na me pamcho yentoa so enhwe de ekọ se nipa bie no kwa se ode ne nsa benkum ebechire ne fie kwan enti se de delay ede wonu abesi kwa na wo kan na wo sresre enso oba bi a wabọ bra no kosi delay show so anka delay batutu nipa na nwa bisa no nkwase questions a challenge nipa ne sa what you say go wi anu obi post on TikTok so no kwa no oba wabọ bra kwase ade sa what you say back Richard ni amako ikotina na nimu so bisa no question wa hu delay wa no mema kotina ne show so na apem na me hofe e na tese de na chese nkwase ade sa e na man kotina kwa na wo mia wo mo na wo mia wo mo abusia yentoa so enhwe de ewo mu en omu mu a similarly. The record of the joint establishment of Quick Credit and Investment Microcredit Company Limited in 2011 by the couple after their marriage, with both Quaye and Quaye being the original shareholders. The subsequent Yantuaso and Shadia Quaye. Ochemwa. The subsequent secret and illegal transfer of Quaye's shares by Richard Quaye without the knowledge of our client, the use of quick credit to acquire properties and set up other companies are also matters of public record and documented in court proceedings. This cannot be altered by Richard Quaye through a media interview with delay. What's I say? Into much more amlabone de Richard Quaye pe wompio woni lady no eno mo bobomu pe omo de omo yeden omo enim omo to aso said we note that Richard Quaye granted the interview to delay once the appellate proceedings in the Court of Appeal are active. We consider this as an effort to unfairly prejudice the minds of the public against our client and undermine and impede a fair administration of justice in the case. The appeal filed by Quaye was duly served on Richard Quaye about 2 weeks ago, with the record of appeal subsequently settled in accordance with the rules of court. Mr. Quaye's illicit motive to obstruct the course of justice with the publication of prejudicial statement in the media is all too glaring, according to Quaye's legal advisors. Abusia point 5 our client Quaye will continue to maintain her silence and place her faith in the justice system of Ghana in the hope that she will get justice for the wrongs and abuse inflicted on her by Richard Quaye, as well as equitable distributions of all the properties acquired during the marriage between the parties, as required under the laws of Ghana, according to AHS and Nkrofui. Into which the one, last but not the least, we entreat the public to disregard the wild and unfounded claims of richness before marriage made by Richard Quaye, highlighted by his claim of alleged ownership of a VW Passat, as well as the attacks on the reputation of our client as a mere publicity stunt. Quaye will surely get justice for the wrongs and abuses she has suffered. She has suffered one fine day. Yes, that's the end. Signed, Godfred Yabua Dame, counsel for Quaye. Abusia, not just according to Quaye, lawyer advisors and we, the omode aba abontinya, omo ejrimua, omode AG, senior man, and no what I said. Yes, inti, Abusia, not just the work no, obvious was nigga, so I be posting a sa video, yeah, Abusia, our day Ghana for Hawa, not just say RNAQ. We see a boat nigiri a papa na no wahu abu bona ni so she said in the name of the BBI ya Ghana force with the makeups. What I said, but Richard Quaye so say any makeups krana and they will go baby na mo aburu na man and why sa no can bibia so we nemu hwe. What I said, and there was subscribe to your channel here for updating amazing aka talk too much. Mefa wo ANC ahasi